I do not let men in my garden. It's unfortunate that sometimes I have to, but I really don't. And when I do, I slip up big time. So I cut my own grass. Now that sounds kind of crazy because I have 3 sons. But if I tell my younger son, I might let him cut a certain area where nothing is growing at, nothing but grass. But if I tell my sons to go out there and cut that grass, it's a possibility there might be a zigzag across the grass that they mess up because they didn't feel like doing it in the first place. But I do not let men in my garden because they don't care. They don't care about my plants. They just want to cut the grass and that's it. And I don't have a lawn service at this time. But the other day I was outside and I was weed eating and this guy pulls over. He's like, can I cut the grass for you? And I'm like, I didn't really want to do it, but I'm like, okay. He's like, I could do it for a low price. I do this. And he's just spilling. And I know what my goddamn rules are. But I decided to make an exception to the rule and just say, you know what? What you can have him do is have him cut the grass where nothing grows but grass. I have different areas in my garden where other things grow other than grass, but he can't fuck up where there's no plants, okay? So he tells me about the plants helping him with sobriety. Not the plants. Doing lawns, helping with his sobriety and all this stuff. He's only going to charge me like $30. So I give him 2 little sections to cut. 2 little sections where I think that I grow absolutely nothing. This Mickey Ficky still found a way to kill one of my plants. And it's an honest mistake anybody could have made, but it's just something that's my natural rule, that I just don't let men in my goddamn garden. For one, I don't even like them knowing I cut the freaking grass, because the fact that they know I cut the freaking grass means there may not be a man around, because what man lets his woman cut the grass in the first damn place? So that's rule number 1. But it's when I say I don't let them in the garden, it doesn't even have to be with a lawnmower. The guy who had to do the gutters on top of the roof dropped a ladder on top of my pineapples and then wrote a letter telling me he hopes my next pineapple grows when my pineapple was only this big. The other guy who did maintenance, who was supposed to be doing a inspection of the house, he came out to the garden, he knocked over 3 plants and broke them and left them there. I had a husband before. Sometimes he messed out the garden because he was cutting the grass and he just didn't give a shit. And sometimes he did it out of spite because he found out the time that he didn't give a shit, it made me react. And then he said, well, you know what? It's fall and she done went out the house and I didn't want her to go nowhere. I'm gonna fuck up this whole yard. So my point is, that's why I don't let them in my backyard. And it's not to say that all men are insensitive of gardening, because I follow a lot of TikTok men that do beautiful jobs in their garden. I admire them. I like their stuff every time I see it. But these typical ass dudes will fuck up my shit every goddamn time. Every time. Anytime I let any of them in my yard. Watch this. This is the opposite side of the damn fence. He was supposed to cut the opposite side of the fence. He fucked around and got my base of my gourd. So he kills the whole gourd. Look how mature the gourd was. I think that's like my only specific one of that species. It was making fruit and everything. So there's just a little bit left. A little bit left. There's a possibility I could get a gourd because he severed that part right there. So I got about maybe a foot left that may possibly grow a vine.